Hey there. This is a new edition of Raised by Nerds, an episode turned limited series turned occasional segment. Raised by Nerds is a feature that discusses parenting from the perspective of nerdy parents. I am the Elder. Thank you for tuning in. Over the past several months, my daughter's developed an interest in anime. From a nerd's point of view, I couldn't be happier. And it opens up my daughter's eyes to so many new things, like learning hand signs from Naruto, knowing damn well they won't ever work.
Believe it!
It also allows her to express herself. For example, she's discovered a newfound interest in cosplay. From a parent's point of view, her willingness to participate is encouraging, especially when I would not be so bold or eager to dress up myself. I think of the ability to connect with both of my children often, whether it is finding a common interest through anime or attending events. For example, I love pro wrestling.
Oh my God. Look out! Murphy! They killed him! Oh my God. Let's go, witness! He is broken in half!
It isn't something I found on my own. No, it was something that was introduced to me by my grandfather. My grandfather spread this influence to his children by attending live events and other forms of exposure like television and films. Or so I've been told. Fortunately for me, my godmother, the woman who played a significant role in raising me, also enjoyed pro wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
Fortunately, the two of us shared several of the same interests, but it was through our bond of pro wrestling that her interest developed. Similarly, as a kid, Dragon Ball Z was life. At the time, nothing else compared, and that was just fact. Well, one faithful day, my cousin Diana was visiting. Upon greeting my cousin, I met her then boyfriend.
Hey, it's me, Goku!
Renee. And Renee was a nice guy. He introduced himself, and he pointed out to the graphic on my t-shirt. He said, "Hey, so who is this guy? Who is this on your shirt? What is this? What is Dragon Ball Z?" As a child, you often recognize this type of interaction from adults, and sometimes there is no certainty in its intent. But I answered him, knowing full well that he probably didn't give a single fuck about my shirt. I tried describing essential information to him, like the show's plot and its characters. He let me rock for a bit before revealing that he was a massive fan of the series. I was shocked, but this common interest solidified our relationship. Like my previous example, these actions created a bond and established core memories I would reflect on. And really, between these two examples, and with my opening statement, this is the overall idea that I'm trying to push forward. The idea of connection between myself and my children, or someone who may not have children but has, the role of an uncle or aunt, or someone that's a mentor. You get the gist of what I'm trying to drive home. But overall, connection and how I can relate to my children. The last thing that I want is the type of relationship that is splintered in a way to where years later you hear something like, well, my parents and I never really saw eye to eye on certain things. I love them, but we're just two different kinds of people. I would hate to have that happen. In a recent Dallas Podcast Group episode, Hector Calderon, or as I address him, HD, joined me for a discussion. I spoke to HD about the topics that I just mentioned, which I'll play for you shortly. Stay tuned. Now that my daughter has shown interest in anime, it's a very cool feeling. Can you shut up over there?
We have a guest.
HD brought his manager today.
It's my keeper, dude. You're fine.
They can't see you, but they can hear you. All the weebs. They're like, no, do I hear a female there?
I smell it. They felt a disturbance in the forest, dude.
It's cool for me.
Right.
I couldn't speak to how my dad felt. I mean, he's felt a lot of things. He did math.
Hey, yo!
But I couldn't speak to what he felt as a parent,
Right.
I could only speak to my own personal experience, and especially in these settings, her wanting to actively engage, and I'm actively encouraging her engagement. The first time I took her was in Turlock. It's a very local, intimate, small setting.
Yeah.
But it's active. It's cool. And she said, hey, next time we go to one, I want to cosplay.
Nice.
Fucking 100%, let's do it.
Yeah.
What am I going to tell you no? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stifle you in that way. So Lodi Comic-Con comes around. Hey, I want to cosplay. Fucking let's do it. So she went as Nezuko.
Yeah, I saw that.
And for me, like seeing it from the outside, like an outside perspective, to see how many people were engaging with her and complimenting her, and like the best fucking engagement that she had at that specific venue. We're looking around and we're in one of the main halls, and this girl, probably like a high schooler, she was Rengoku.
I am the Flame Hashira, Kyojuro Rengoku, the ninth form, Rengoku, destructive death, annihilation type.
And she tapped my daughter on the shoulder, and she said, "What's up, Nezuko? Nice costume." And she fucking could not have been more happy.
It was an acknowledgement.
It was very endearing. Seeing it from an outside perspective, how happy that made her.
Yeah.
Like to watch that, to see her enjoy that, it's very cool. And to be in that same, like within that common interest, you know?
Right.
Now we're both actively watching. Like we started watching the latest Demon Slayer, like the season, at the same time.
Nice.
And to hear her like react to it and kind of tell me like what's going on, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it too. Like, no, I'll watch it like a day later or something. Mm-hmm. Like with her going with me and like knowing that I can take her and like she'll enjoy it. Mm-hmm. It's cool.
Right.
Because even within this last Comic-Con that I posted about, like that I was handing out like the little old flyers and the stickers and stuff. She's like, oh, did you give them a sticker? Did you see this booth? Like, did you see what that guy had? It's a cool feeling, like, to see it going on. Mm-hmm. You know? Those experiences are, like, really, really cool.
I think it's like you're building memories, you know, like core memories, and you're witnessing them happen. And obviously, you're coming together on a common interest. So
I enjoy it. That's why, like, these next two coming up, I really want to take her, especially because they're bigger, you know?
Is that your way of telling me that you don't want to go with me?
Emotional damage.
Oh, dude, I would go with, like, I've hit people up. I'm like, hey, do you want to go? And they're like, fuck you. I'm like, all right.
You're like, you didn't answer my question.
That's not what I asked. But yeah, it's been cool. Like, I look forward to them, like, even more now. They give me a reason to, like, look forward to them.
Yeah. And I think it's cool how you go through, like, the different stages of enjoying something and, like, the different meaning it holds afterwards. Because, like, I could tell you right now, like, things that I enjoyed when I was a kid, I probably still enjoy them now, but I enjoy them for a much different reason.
This has been Raised by Nerds, a presentation by the Dallas Podcast Group. I am the Elder. Thank you for tuning in. Your continued support is greatly appreciated. You can find our social link on our social media and available in our show notes. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend. Don't touch that thermostat. See you later, kids.